Welcome to episode 2 of the Uncompetent and Qualified Podcast with me, Joey, and Will over there rocking out the guns.
How we doing, Joey?
Another week down. How you doing?
Doing okay. Woke up, I think yesterday, feeling that sore throat that you get when you're getting sick, and then you try to convince yourself that you're not sick, and that it's like you just have a dry mouth or it's allergies or whatever, but in your back of your mind, you're getting sick.
Yeah, well, kind of. I mean, you know how I am. I'm that whiny little bitch. So the moment I feel sick, I'm going to tell the world
I do.
and try to make them feel sorry for me.
That's true.
We
That's
we
true.
know how we know how. I am. But yeah, you got a better perspective on things. Yeah, but
Yeah.
you drink a lot of water. I mean, that shit should just be leaving your system faster than it can enter. I mean,
It should, but maybe that's where it comes from. Maybe the water is what's contaminating me. Who knows?
if it is, you drink a lot of water. That's not healthy. But
Anyways, I'm hoping it clears up in the next. I think the weekend's the worst time to get sick. Because like you want to get sick during work and take some days off, but I'm not that lucky.
yeah, well, it sounds like it's been going around quite a bit. So, but
So
yeah, hopefully it's just a quick little 2-day thing. But yeah, went to Costco today.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're a Costco guy too. You and your wife.
I am
Are you a once a weeker or
or
every
every
other
other
week?
week.
Or
Yeah.
oh,
hmm
so is it just me or is Costco like the worst place in the world? I mean, it's great. Don't get me wrong. Great prices, bulk. I mean, not so good now that the kids are off to college. It's just me here. But I mean, the attitude in Costco, like when you go to Walmart or Safeway, you know what you're getting. But you walk through Costco and people just leave their carts right out in the center of the aisle. You can't get around anybody. Today, there was this lady as was walking out the exit. She literally parks her cart in the center of the exit door. Now, anybody that's been to Costco knows this is humongous roll up door. She steps to the side of the cart. She's got a little tiny dog, and she's like consoling her dog. I'm not gonna say that, but
I mean, we don't need to make a judgment. I just want to know for statistic wise, like, I
yeah.
mean,
I honestly did. I don't even know. I was probably so
okay,
pissed off. She's sitting there, and the dog's licking her face, and she's like, "Oh my god, I'm sorry, guys. Oh, my dog's acting up." It's like it's a fucking dog. Like, put the thing back in the car, push your cart out the door, another 5 feet, lady, and we got this. We can get out. If Costco bursts to the ground and we're held up by a little chihuahua and a lady in a cart, like what the hell, man? I mean, but it's like that every time at Costco.
yeah,
I want to say like it's a weird melting pot. It's not like any other grocery store. You got kind of the uppity crowd, you got the middle class, you got the lower class. Like you get a little bit of everything. And I'm actually
sure.
surprised that there's not more fights that go on. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, maybe you need to start a fight. Maybe you need to take that chihuahua and drop kick it out into the parking lot. She can do a chase after it.
Oh, dude, I still want to. I mean, yeah, yeah. There's just no way around it. I mean, yeah. And then you got you guys. You got you guys. You're literally like you're literally from start to finish. Everybody that's been to Costco knows. It's like you're just another cow in the fucking herd, right? I mean, you're from start to finish, and you're like, and then you miss like your corn dogs or something, and you're like, oh shit, I gotta try to U-turn.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to U-turn.
No, you got to go with the flow, man. You can't just
Yeah.
spin a U-turn.
So then you got to go like Fast and the Furious on these mofos. You gotta like wedge yourself in, and you're getting honked at. It's just a mess, man. I mean, we got to figure out Costco. Like,
You can't figure out Costco. I think you're right. Like you can't be making U-turns I mean, you gotta be going forward, right? So you gotta aim for, you gotta find the slot, and you gotta hit it hard. And if someone's in your way, maybe they get a little nudge. I mean, it's every person for themselves in Costco. You gotta play
Yeah.
the aggressive game.
Well, and then, is I feel like Sundays, you definitely get the Sunday drivers, right? Like just going 1 mile an hour, just humming along. I mean, people just the line's backing up. Like, come on, we all got places. But yeah, so that's my rant for the day. I just, and then I get out to my car and I'm like, okay, this is over. I'm gonna get everything loaded up. And then there's a lady just walking right down the middle of the parking lot, not to either side, just right down the middle of the parking lot. And the parking lot's a madhouse, just like inside. I can't go around her.
Yeah.
And so I didn't want to honk the horn. I figured I got to be nice, right? I don't want to honk the horn, make her I could fall over, break a leg or something. I
Give her
have
a
no
heart
idea.
attack. Yeah.
Yeah, So I simply roll down my window, and I know you guys are gonna be like, "Oh yeah, no, he was definitely a dick," which maybe I was, but I roll down my window and I just simply say, "Hey, you're in the middle of the road," because maybe she doesn't know. Maybe she just doesn't know.
Oh, she doesn't. They're
She
completely
turns
oblivious to
around,
them.
she smiles and waves at me.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, you can't
Like,
even be mad. Yeah, you can't even. Then what?
well, no, I mean, yeah, you could be mad at that. Like, what are you doing? Why are you? And then she continues walking, like she's not affecting anything. It's like, no, you don't smile and wave and keep walking. You just scoot over a little bit. Like, you're
I
obviously
know,
not near your car.
but how do you honk and be pissed at someone who just like smiled and waved at you? Like she clearly is oblivious, or she's
I don't
playing
know.
or she's playing the ignorant card, and she knows exactly what she's doing.
Yeah, I think the ignorance factor is definitely, yeah.
But I mean,
So, anyways,
Costco's definitely the place where the parking lot is a fucking mess. Like you're right. You'll have like 20 people just walking down the middle of a parking aisle just because kind of that's what you have to, with like a car trailing them going 3 miles an hour. Like, yeah, the parking lot at Costco is insane.
yeah, and then you got the guys that are waiting. Like, you got carts overflowing, and the guy's gonna stop and wait for this guy to load up his car.
Yeah,
That guy's gonna take
yeah,
like
yeah,
10 minutes to load his car, and
yeah.
he's sitting there with his blinker.
They got three carts and they just started unloading the first one.
Yeah,
And they're taking their sweet time because they're 70 years old, and you're just gonna park there and sit there and wait for them to unload every grocery into the back of their car and then leave. Like, yeah,
and
you're
there's
gonna,
and there's two open spots, five spots
yeah,
down.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. They're committed to that spot. Like,
Oh yeah.
doesn't yeah, they could have a better spot even quicker, but no, they're gonna wait 15 minutes for this specific spot.
Oh, and they're proud. Like, they park and they get out of their car and they're telling their wife, "Yeah, I did it, babe. I did it. We got this spot. It's ours."
I mean, I get that because once you commit, right? You get. I mean, you got to stick with it. The second you abandon that spot, your wife's gonna be all over you. She's
Yeah,
probably gonna lose respect for you as a man, to be honest.
yeah. So
So
what you mean? Like, if you give it up, if you like give
I,
that spot up,
if you
or
if you just acknowledge that maybe that wasn't the best spot, you know
oh
what I
yeah,
mean? Yeah. Sometimes we just got to make a decision and we just got to stick with it, even if we start realizing maybe it wasn't a good decision.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what else is new? What's new? What's new with you? Oh, we got some comments. You were saying, right?
We did. I'd like to send a thank you out to all our viewers out there, all 25 of you. So hey, we appreciate everyone. We got 2 comments. We got one comment from the chosen one. Said loved it so good. Really hoping the next episode comes out soon. I feel like I really know you guys after that. Hey man, we appreciate it. We just ask you to keep staying tuned and keep listening and appreciate the engagement.
Oh yeah. You gonna read the other comment?
Well, we got one more from JB Orion. in case you know, Ryan is my dog's name, so that's kind of ironic, right?
Yeah.
JB O'Ryan says there were funny moments, but you could be less serious and more funny. So JB O'Ryan, we thank you for your engagement and for your comments. It's kind of a bitchy thing to say. You sound like a not very nice person, and probably no one wants to be around you. But we do appreciate all comments, as constructive or non-constructive.
Yeah. So it was actually pretty funny when this comment came out, because I mean, we're sitting there like just hoping that we get one comment. And it's actually funny because my brother calls me and he's like, "Hey man, you guys got your first comment." And so he reads it to me and he didn't read the name. So I would have probably put two together with the old Ryan comment. And so I call Will all excited. I'm like, "Holy shit, we got a comment, man. We're doing good." And he starts laughing at it like, "Oh man." And it ends up being his wife. But it's
I mean,
about the counts.
we can't confirm or deny that it's my wife. It could be a random person with the random initials of my wife and my dog's name.
Or it could be your dog. What if Orion? What if Orion sent that text in the middle
It could
of the night?
100% be Orion. Sometimes I do catch them, like when I'm walk away from my computer, I kind of catching them, taking a glance. So that's a possibility as well.
Yeah. Well, that was very good. We appreciate everybody. We're just waiting, around for that fame and fortune. Now that we have two comments and views on the short videos that we'll put together and clipped out and yeah, I don't know. Are you thinking about buying a yacht yet, Will, or private jet, or like what are you going to do with your first check?
Yeah, I think YouTube's actually. I think right now they're looking at the analytics, is what they call it. So I'm pretty sure
Oh
they're
yeah.
getting checks ready to send out right now. Yeah, we have 1,100 views on one of our shorts with 6 upvotes. So that's
With
nothing
six
to
what?
sneeze at. 6 thumbs up.
Oh damn.
Yeah, so that's nothing to sneeze at. And then,
No.
yeah, I think we have a total of 6 subscribers. Our main video has 25 views and four thumbs up. So, yeah, I don't know. I think we're gonna maybe next weekend we're gonna look at a Bugatti dealership or something similar.
It's just
What about you?
it's been a whirlwind of emotions, to be honest with you. You
It's been a
know,
whirlwind week.
you
Yeah,
go
for sure.
like today, honestly, I didn't even tell you, like at Costco, like 3 different times people came up and asked for an autograph. I'm like, dude, I not while I'm out shopping, please.
Have you
You
tried
know?
maybe like a disguise? Maybe the Seahawks hat, and the hoodie. Maybe switching it up. Maybe those glasses with the nose and I don't know, something to throw people off because
Yeah, throw them off the scent a little bit. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I might have to try that. I guess we'll have to see how many people like our show, I guess, in the future.
I don't think anybody realizes the kind of fame that comes along with six subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
You see TMZ and you hear about the paparazzi and the Princess Diane and like you hear about that stuff, but when you're actually in it, right? Like when you're in it, like we are, reading the comments and seeing the people out in the streets, just the girls just screaming their heads off when they see you. I don't think people realize what a challenge and a hardship it is to be this level. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
what we had to go through, the sacrifices we have made.
Yeah, for sure.
No, but on a serious note, we do appreciate everybody. This was, we touched base a little bit last week on it, and just want to, reiterate that, this was an idea that we had probably 3 or 4 months ago. We're extremely late to the game, as podcasting stuff has been around forever, but no, we're grateful for any support that we can get, and our biggest goal on this is just have fun. And so we appreciate everybody.
Yeah, a little backstory on how the podcast came to be is Joey Joey likes to have these, I'm going to say
Yeah.
random, maybe sometimes stupid ideas. I think
Random's
one
a
of them,
nicer way to put it. But that's okay.
random is a
Go
nicer
ahead.
way to put it, but they are oftentimes not the most well thought out ideas. So I think one of them maybe was a pro football player, which I think we could all guess maybe why
No,
that's.
comedian.
Oh, comedian.
Comedian.
Oh
Yeah, the
yeah, it
pro
was a
football
comedian.
player, that's long gone.
Okay. So yeah, I guess most there was a pro football player, but you're right. Most recently was a comedian.
Rancher.
However, with the comedian thing, you didn't actually have punchlines. Like you had the setup. You had the setup down.
Yeah,
You had it nailed, but you missed the punchline. Like there just wasn't a punchline.
right.
So yeah. So that one probably wasn't going to take off. And then the rancher. Yes, the rancher.
Was
where
it a
you wanted
rancher or a farmer?
It was a
I
rancher.
can't remember.
It was
Okay.
a rancher for
Okay.
sure. Like you wanted to get a plot of land in Wyoming and a bunch of animals cattle.
Yeah,
Correct.
that's right.
That we have no idea how to take care of. But we were just going to kind of spend all our money, invest in a ranch, and just sink or swim.
I mean, I've seen those people put the plastic gloves on and shove their hand up their ass or whatever they're doing. I don't think that's I'm
that
good
what-
on that.
Is that
That's
what changed it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, watching those videos definitely drags your dream down a little bit. You know what I mean? It's like
Unless you're into that, you know.
it's
Not saying
a
I am,
sick man, but
but
you're sick if you are. But
Yeah, exactly. That person would be real sick.
yeah.
But anyways, yeah, I think you called me with one of your random dumb ideas, and then this one just happened to not be so dumb. And I'm like, well, hey Joey, like this isn't a terrible idea. What if we did do a podcast? And
Well, let me elaborate on that because
Sure.
what you're missing is kind of my side of that. So, like you said, for probably the last couple of years, I've been throwing all these dumb ideas at him, and every one he's like, "You're an idiot. You're an idiot." And so I'm just used to it. And so when I threw this out at him, and I don't think you had anything to say on at the time. And then it was like a day later, you're like, let's do it. And I was like, holy shit, he actually agrees with mine. I mean, I was taken back. I had never had a good idea.
no, you
For his
you
work.
are an idiot and you don't have good ideas. And
Yeah.
and you know what they say, like a broken clock is right twice a day.
Yeah.
I mean that's the same thing. Like you and all your dumbass ideas just stumbled onto a brilliant one, and here we are. So I got to give you kudos and credit for the idea of this podcast,
Unless we crash and burn, which,
and then it's
Yeah.
your fault.
yeah. So, yeah. No, it'd be fun. It'd be interesting to see where it goes. Um, and yeah. So we want to chat about today. What's going on? What's going on in the world? Anything fun?
In the world? I don't know.
Mm.
I don't have world topics. I got little rants, stuff like that we can go over. But what do you got?
Oh man, we should talk. One of these episodes, we got to talk about your wedding and our ex good friend.
Okay,
Yeah.
is this a teaser, or are we actually going to talk about it?
Let's talk about it. Let's dive in a little bit since we're figuring it out. So, we won't say his last name, but we used to have a coworker Mason, and so Will's getting ready to get married, and he's gonna have a real small, low-key wedding. They just wanted pretty much really close family and friends, and so like I say, is with it being that small, it's pretty much an honor when Will asked me to officiate the wedding, and then have his friend Ryan and our coworker Mason to come and get tuxes and get all dressed up and be a part of his wedding. And so I don't know. We've all been a part of many, many weddings. I've never been a part of a wedding where a groom or a bride has not shown up or walked out or whatever. Some of these horror stories you hear.
Can we give a little more backstory on Mason?
Well, we are. I'm
Okay.
just saying that
Sure. Okay.
I've never been a part of anything
Sure.
like that. But so we go to get fitted for the tuxes, and it's actually kind of funny. I've never told you this part of the story before, actually. So I'm gonna throw myself on the bus. Whatever reason, whether it was um, kids' activities I was paying for at the time or whatever, all I remember is at the Men's Warehouse. You know, when you go to the Men's Warehouse, for anybody that doesn't know he's ever been a part of a wedding or ladies out there. So when you go to the Men's Warehouse, it's like, I don't know, it's like one of those sushi restaurants where whatever, or some kind of restaurant where it's all a cart, right? And so they're like, oh, would you like a handkerchief? There's $25. Oh, would you like these shoes? Those are 50. But if you go for 100, you get the premium option, right? So there's all these upgrades and everything. So we're sitting there and we're debating on shoes. Do you want the flat toe? Do you want the pointed toe? Do you want the more comfy shoe? Do you want this and that? Do you want the vest? The vest is another $30. So I'm doing the thing like you do at the store when you're throwing shit in your grocery basket, and you're like, $5 here, $10 here, trying to get an idea of how much it should be. And I don't know. At one point, we crossed like $200, and dude, I'm not even gonna lie to you. That was what I had to my name. I'm like, I think I might have even pulled out a credit card. Like I didn't even have the funds for it. But anyways, so yeah, me, Mason, Will, and Ryan are all there getting our tuxes and everything.
So these are
And
like my three closest people. Definitely Joey and Ryan, and then Mason too. I think both of us always made an attempt to bring Mason into our kind of lives.
I think at that time, Mason started out kind of as an apprentice who like we kind of started just inviting. But I think at the time of your wedding, I would say he was pretty close to all. I mean, yeah, he was definitely. If we were inviting everybody out, he was getting invited no matter what. Like he was one of our friends. So yeah. Anyway, so a little side story. Yeah, that was. I mean, I'm just sitting there. I'm like, okay, man, don't go. Just let's. Do we have to go with the vest? Do we have to go with the vest? And then Will's like, yeah, I like the vest. Fuck, like this sucks. But anyways, so
Well, hey, I appreciate it, man, and we would have I spot
well, no,
spot.
but this is where this is going. So
Mm-hmm.
so then here's Mason. Now Mason is unemployed at the time and no source of income, and he's like I can't afford all this, and so I want to say
Yeah,
that we all chipped in.
I thought you paid for him, didn't you?
I think I paid for the down payment. And so
Okay.
I'm already freaking out. And then I know Mason doesn't have the money. And so I'm like, hey, I'll put the cash down for yours. And so it was just funny. But so the whole thing all together is just like it. And so we get through all that, and we get closer to wedding day, and um, we go to pick up our tuxes, and Will's getting a little more nervous every day because Mason hasn't got his tux yet. And so I'm going to let you take it from there because I mean, the next is kind of your conversations with Mason back and forth.
Well, wait, is that why Mason didn't come? Is because he couldn't afford his tux?
We don't know. We still have no idea.
Well, I don't know. One of them makes us look like assholes for not knowing that. One makes him look like an ass.
Okay,
I
say the rest of the story and let the people decide. I mean,
okay, fair enough. So I remember because I would get notifications because I was the groom, so I had everybody that came with us on a group through the Men's Warehouse. So obviously, for those of you who don't know the Men's Warehouse, it's where like normal poor ghetto people go to get tuxes that can't afford real suits, and you rent them for a week or two or whatever. It's great. And so, yeah, everybody showed up, even Joey, who's generally late and flaky. Even Joey made it. So I got to give kudos to Joey for being there for every step of my wedding. So, anyways, like it's literally the day before my wedding, and I had gotten a notification from the Men's Warehouse that I think Mason's tux still had not been picked up. So I sent him a text saying, "Hey, man, the wedding's tomorrow. You gotta pick that up. Are you still going? Is everything good?" And so he sent me a text the night before saying, "Yeah, he was gonna pick it up in the morning. He'd be there for sure." And sure enough, yeah. As the wedding goes on, I think we all kind of expected Mason to be late, and which wouldn't be a big deal. I'm friends with Joey, so I'm used to people being late. I'm friends with lots of late people. I can live with that.
Whoa.
But people just not showing up or not calling or letting me know, that's kind of a different story. So anyways, yeah, Mason never showed up that day. No call, no show. Just the wedding
Didn't
went
even
on
pick up
without
his
him.
tux. Didn't even pick up his tux.
Not that I know of. I know. I mean, I never heard. I never heard back from. Yeah, I guess that's what happened. Is they kept the deposit and the rest never got paid. So I guess I never heard that version. Do you think it's because he couldn't? And are you sure he wasn't working at the time?
Yeah, that was when he went to. That was after he'd gotten laid off. He went to work for
Let's not say
Abbott,
the
not
let's not
Abbott,
say the
WG.
names. Let's leave
Okay,
out the names. But yeah, I know who
of
you're
the
talking about.
companies.
Yeah,
All right, yeah, he went to work for
I know
Company
who you're talking
Z,
about. Yeah.
and and yeah, he just gotten laid off from them. I believe he was out of work. It because I just remember that was like the big focal point. Where like because we were kind of whispering like without him knowing was like, what are we gonna do with me? Like we can't expect him to pay $300 and he doesn't even have a job right now. Like because we didn't know we didn't know how much he'd saved or what he had, and it just wasn't really fair to him. So I think we were already planning on picking up a good portion of his.
See, I
And
thought we did. Yeah, I thought we had it taken care of.
well, I no, I think you offered to pay for the rest of it, and I think he said okay. So I don't think money was an issue with
Okay.
him.
Maybe I did. Yeah.
Um,
Maybe we covered the rest of it because we would have for
yeah,
sure.
but the funniest part to me was when it's not ha funny, I guess, but was when we got to your wedding and you immediately said, I don't think he's coming. And I was like, what? I was like, he's going to be late, but he's not going to miss your wedding. And you were like, no, I think it's just something tells me he's not going to make it. And I was just shocked. I mean, we're sitting there and I'm like, okay, he's going to show up eventually. But
I think. Sorry to interrupt. I think right now would be a good time to kind of get into the backstory about Mason because
mm,
Mason started out with us. I was a apprentice carpenter. Joey was our foreman, and Mason was an apprentice as well. But he was a first year. I was a fourth year. So I was kind of on my last apprenticeship year, turning into a carpenter,
and he was a new
and
hire.
and he was a brand new hire. And Mason was a little bit different, right? Like, he was maybe maybe a little bit on the spectrum, which is fine. We both support that. And but he just was a little bit different, and so some people, namely our superintendent, kind of had it out for him just because he was such an odd duck. He just had a really weird sense of humor that both Joey and I got, and we both really liked him as a person because he was a good dude. But he sometimes he would just say things and do things that didn't really help his cause, right? So I think Joey and I both, Joey especially was responsible for probably his employment with us for a long part of that because I know our superintendent at the time wanted to get rid, like he had it out for Mason, right? You remember that? Like
Yeah, you know, like
every little single thing, even if it wasn't Mason's fault, was blamed on Mason. And so, if Joey wasn't there and, I did what I could to stick up for him too, He would have been gone a long time before. And when I was thinking about this yesterday, Joey, I felt like we had to talk about the notes that got left for the superintendent.
Yeah, well, I mean, okay, so I actually just found out that it was him from Will a few weeks ago. I never knew that it was him, but let me backtrack. I'll talk about the notes, but I also want to you talked about um so this is him in a nutshell. So um December 1st, somewhere around there rolls around, right? And all of a sudden Mason's just depressed like no other. And I'm like, what the hell? And a couple days go by, and I'm like, dude, you got to pick up the pace. Like, you're killing me, man. Like, they're gonna fire you. Like, you gotta actually work when you're here. And he's like, oh man, I get really emotional during all of December around Christmas time because my girlfriend dumped me on Christmas.
Like 3 years prior, like 2 or 3 years prior, right?
Yeah. And this was like 3 or 4 years prior. And so then I'm like, oh, so then I feel bad. I'm like, all right, so what happened? Because one thing I always did was, everybody says don't take your personal life to work with you. Well, it's easier said than done. I always try to, let guys get stuff off their chest. And so, I asked him, I said, well, how long were you guys together? And he says 2 months. And I'm like, wait, you were with her for 2 months. She broke up with you. And this was like 3 or 4 years ago. Like, man, there's something wrong here. Like, this is not healthy. And he literally, will attest to this, was a wreck for like all of December. Like, he couldn't smile. He couldn't it was insane. And so it was kind of the poor me, shucks golly type. That's kind of how he was. I mean,
yeah. Let me interject something. Just the thing about Mason, it wasn't like what Joey and I appreciated and loved about Mason was not his crazy work ethic and his crazy carpentry abilities, right? Like we liked his attitude. I mean, he would do what we'd ask. He'd take maybe a little bit longer, but he would do what we asked to the T. Sometimes he would overthink things, which we've all been guilty of. But, what we appreciated was just he had a good attitude. And that's irreplaceable, especially on a construction site. So, and I remember telling him, when the holidays came around, I'm like, dude, like, you and your goofy sense of humor and just kind of how you roll, that's kind of why we're keeping you around here, man. You kind of got to get over this thing. You remember that?
yeah, yeah, he was, it's just, yeah, I mean, it's kind of sad, but it's kind of, yeah, man, I was really going back to your wedding though. I was pissed. I told myself I ain't never talking to that guy again. I mean, there's some things that you stand up for that you maybe shouldn't, but something like that, I was just like, I could understand if it was like, I could almost understand if you had 100 people and 5 groomsmen, 5 bridesmaids. You're still going to be pissed because if he doesn't make it, that means a bridesmaid is sitting out. And so you're still going to be pissed. But,
yeah, no,
at your
right.
guys' wedding, it was very low key. And so it really magnified.
I had 4 people and then my parents. So I had
Yeah.
you, Mason. Well, no, I had 3 people, right? I had you, Mason, and Ryan. Like that was my circle, and then my parents. I don't have a big circle, right? So yeah, you guys were it for sure.
And you had 2 procrastinators and me and Mason. You called me twice, and you're like, "Dude, are you picking up?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm picking up my tux on like Friday night, and it was a Saturday or something." And you're like, "Oh, you got to." They closed in like an hour. It was like almost like you're tracking my ass or something. But I felt bad for you, man, and that's why we don't talk to Mason anymore.
Well, and it did. It surprised me about Mason because I do think Mason's a good dude. He's an emotional dude, and he's someone that I would usually say is there for you when they need them. So I would say it was shocking, right? It was, and And another thing that was for me was this was probably less than around a month after his graduation. From Joey, me, and Mason, we all went through the same graduation for apprenticeship through our trade. Excuse me. So we all went through it. I didn't even go to my own graduation. Like I was so over it when I graduated from my apprenticeship. I kind of wanted nothing to do with it. And Mason was, I think, 2 years after me or 3 years after me. Anyways, so he kind of talks to Joey and I saying, hey, like, I really want you guys to come to my graduation. And so, or at least, one of you guys. So kind of Joey and I, because Mason was a friend, we were kind of just discussing like who could make it. And I think Joey ended up, Joey's going to make it. And then something came up and he wasn't able to make it. So like kind of last minute, Jen and I both decided we couldn't just leave Mason hanging, at his graduation, when he really wanted someone there to be there for him. So we went, and like I said, I didn't go to my graduation. And for anybody that knows me, like I'm in bed by like 7:38. That's my bedtime. Even on the weekends, like maybe I'll push it to 8:30 or 9. I don't like to be late. I don't like to. If something starts at like 5 or 6 o'clock, I'm generally not interested. So, anyways, this stupid thing starts at 5 o'clock, and it's like 9:30, and because first the electricians go. Excuse me. First the electricians go, then the mechanical, then plumbing, and then the carpenters go, and then they have to read off like the highlight of the electrician of the year or whatever. And so this thing like ends up almost ending at 10 o'clock, and I'm like, sorry, Mason, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Like that's it for me. So I think just me kind of suffering through something that I really had no desire to, just because he's my friend. I think that's kind of what hurt the most, is he wasn't able to be there for my biggest moment of my life. And I think that was kind of what really hurt the most. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I would say, Mason, if somehow you stumble upon this, you dumbass, give one of us a call. I still like you say, I would like to know why. I just want to know why. Like, was he hungover? And I mean, your wedding was a little early. I want to say 10 or 11. So I do know that maybe he was hungover but like, there's got to be a reason. Like, we've had how many years have passed now? Like, I just want to know why. Like, it's not a big deal anymore. Just tell us why. Like, what were you doing?
So he did send me a text, probably, I don't know. It might have been 6 months to a year. It was a while after the wedding, just saying, hey, I'm sorry to you. I'm sorry to Jen. I'm just so sorry. So he did just kind of send a sorry text. And I guess at the time I just wasn't even ready for a reply. And I don't know, man. Maybe I should send this episode out for him. I mean, I'm pretty over it for the most part, but and I think it's worth hearing his side. Because, I mean, I know, he struggles with some stuff. And so I don't want to be too hard on the guy. And it's been, I think I've been married almost 4 years now. So maybe I'll send him the episode and maybe this can be amends.
Yeah. And for the men's, you better give us a like, comment, and subscribe too. I want all three. I don't just want one. Not two. Mason, I want all three. Yeah.
Okay, well, that went in a weird direction. I don't think we were planning on, but no, I think that's kind of funny. Okay, well, that was therapeutic. Hey, if you know what, Joey, even if nobody listens to this dumb podcast or thinks it's funny, maybe this can be like therapy for you and I.
Yeah, we'll just come on in. We'll get get your wife to comment on every episode, just to make us feel special.
Yeah, she can just insult us and tell us how stupid we are or how unfunny we are. That
Yeah,
just puts gas in the engine, right?
yeah. Well, I guess one thing that we could talk about for 5 minutes or so would be you got the holidays coming up. What are you guys doing for your 4 days off Thanksgiving?
Not much, man. We're doing a small Thanksgiving with just Jen and my family, and then I think we're gonna. Well, obviously, we got to invite Casey, our roommate, over to and see if he wants to spend it with us. But we're just gonna keep it low key, kind of family plus one. So my parents don't have a great track record of showing up, just because they're getting a little older and have a hard time traveling. So they still haven't seen our house at this point. So we're hoping they make it up.
Oh, so you guys aren't going north; they're coming down to you.
My family, no, from Whidbey Island. So,
That's what I mean. Yeah, you guys
yeah,
aren't going up there.
no, and then usually Christmas we'll do with Jen's family up in Bellingham.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, who's
What
doing
about
the cooking?
me?
Oh,
Well, kind of. I don't know. I was a little disappointed our company isn't doing the free smoked turkeys we do every year.
I
So
know, man. Those things are so good.
they were really good. Apparently, Eric said that somebody was complaining about them. Is why they stopped doing them. So I don't know who that
It's
was, but
it's
whoever that was,
always
fuck
one.
you. Yeah,
It's always one. There's always the Karen, as they call it. Is there's always that one person that has to ruin it for everybody. But
yeah. I remember the first year I got it, it sucked. It fucking sucked. Like it was about
yeah,
this big. It was overcooked. And that was just from this place that I'm not going to say their name, but whoever this, like, I just got it because it was close to where I was at the time. The Every year after that, it's been from, I will throw the name of this place because they're fucking great. Jack's Barbecue in Seattle
oh
was
yeah,
was was where we got all the ones, and they were big. You followed the directions, you cooked them, and honestly, they were like better than most freshly made turkeys that I had. They were really good. So, anyways, this year, Jen, we bought a Costco pre-smoked turkey that we're just gonna fire up, and yeah, we're not. Most of the
Costco
stuff's already.
pre-smoked.
Yeah, yeah, they have smoked turkeys. They kind of same thing. You just throw in a pan, cook them to 350 for an hour or two,
Mm.
and so we're gonna check that out because yeah,
I didn't
I'm not invest. I can't invest a whole day into cooking turkey, man.
I didn't see those. I didn't see those when I was there. I just got a regular turkey. Kids are making me cook, but
It's about time
so
for them to start bringing sides,
well, it's about time for them to start. You know, no. Although I will say Dakota does very well. Dakota, she gets in the kitchen and she'll cook up. She'll cook up just about anything. Um, Got to get Lila in there, figuring that part of life out a little bit. But no, it'll be fun. This will be the first year that I haven't had kids in the house for fall, as they're both off to college, and so Lila gets in Tuesday and Dakota gets in Thursday morning. She might not show up until Thanksgiving morning, but so that'll be fun. Yeah.
Right on. Get the girls back in town. How long has
Lila
it been since
wants
you had both kids plus you back?
August. They both left for college around second, third-ish week of August, something like that. So yeah, they're excited. They're excited to come back to it. Especially Lila. She's over on the East Coast. She's Pennsylvania. I guess it's not. It's kind of East Coast, but she's just outside of Philly. But so she's excited to be back home. She wants to make an appearance on next week's podcast. By the way.
Oh yeah. Or does she want to do? We're gonna do like an athlete highlight kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. Figure out what's going on for softball for the year, and yeah.
Okay, looking forward to it, man.
So
Okay. Well, I think I got one more. Okay. let me just. I guess it's kind of a continuing thing, a rant for me. So, I have a problem in my house, and it's my cat, my fucking cat, and I fucking hate this cat. Right? Like, I know people are gonna get angry saying that, you know, I'm a asshole for hating a cat. Whatever. That's okay. And I'm not one of those people that are like, no, I'm a dog person, fuck cats, or I'm a cat person, fuck dogs. Like, I like cool pets, dog, cat, fish, whatever the fuck. I don't care. If they're an asshole, I don't like them. If they're cool, I love them. That's great. So I have no preference towards whatever species of animals. However, my cat is a fucking ass. My dog's great, right? My dog's a sweetheart.
Oh, your dog's so nice.
Yeah, and my cat's a fucking asshole. Like, so being childless, right? Child free, I guess is what they call it now. I have some important things to me, right? And one of them sleep, which I get to have without having children, and and like making my own meals just for me, right? Which you can't really do when you have kids. You know, it's just easier to do. So this cat fucks both of those things up. First of all, this cat likes to wake up at about 2:45, right? You know, 10, 15, whatever time I'm waking up, 10, 15 minutes before, and just start meowing outside my goddamn door. Like,
Yeah.
and maybe that's my fault because I started a while ago kind of giving it treats when I woke up. Like,
That's definitely your fault.
okay, fair enough. But like, here's the thing: the treats are when I wake up. The treats aren't whenever the fuck you start meowing at me. Right? Does that make sense?
Does it have a fucking watch above its paw?
It seems like it because it seems to know exactly when it should have the fucking treats, but it doesn't know.
The cat's guessing on time, man. But you got to admit, if you're within 10 minutes, this is a pretty good clock in its head. You should be acknowledging how smart your cat is.
Okay, you know what? Fuck you and fuck the cat, Joey. I just want to throw this out there. You were on the cat side, so you and my wife would get along really well in this. Anyways, the second fucking thing about this cat is he's very food focused. I'm very food focused, and that does not work well because I focus on my food and he focuses on my food. So if I turn my head, if I like set my food on the table and go into the kitchen to get a condiment or a drink or whatever the fuck, it literally takes 15 seconds and I hear a noise, turn my head, and this goddamn cat has like my fucking burger patty on the floor, sliding it across our nasty kitty litter fucking floor.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's bullshit. Like,
okay, the second one, you're correct. I mean, I used to have a dog, Champ, and that motherfucker, man, he figured out how to get the child lock off like to open up the cabinet doors, and that idiot. He used to open up the cabinet doors, get out the garbage like a raccoon, tip the garbage can over, and pick out any food that was left over in there. I'd come home to garbage sprawled across our living room. I don't know how many times. So I will, yeah. I'll give you that.
And I've had dogs that would get into the trash can. I've had dogs that would get kind of onto the counter if you left it too close to the edge, right? Like, I've had that. The problem is the cat could get fucking anywhere. Like,
cats are nimble.
Yeah, like there's no safe place for a cat, right? And so, anyways, like, there's nothing like me just wanting to sit there, eat my dinner, and then seeing my cat dragging my dinner across my nasty floor. And then me, because I can't just make another one, having to kind of like brush the nasty fucking kitty litter off the food, blow on it, and just close my eyes and pretend like it didn't happen.
All right, so I got a solution for you.
Okay.
I got two solutions, actually. Get your cat its own clock.
Okay.
So that they can tell what time it is in the morning.
Sure.
and stop eating food that your cat likes. You know, I mean,
So
it's
like
that simple.
so like become a vegan or something.
Salmon,
Salmon,
salmon burgers,
beef, chicken,
beef,
yeah,
anything.
any kind of meat, yeah.
Yeah,
So become
just
a vegan.
cut all the protein out.
Oh,
That's
okay.
that's the only answer. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I mean that's one way to do it. Or just just get rid of the cat, right?
Yeah, but then people are gonna look at you. Can you handle how people are gonna look at you walking down the street, knowing that your cat went missing and you're not putting up posters for it?
Well, I would be on the street because I would be gone and the cat would still be here. That's how that would work. If I
Okay,
tried to, yeah, like I would be kicked out of this house way before the cat would be.
okay,
So those are my options. But part of my problem is that my wife will not discipline the cat on her own. Like
yeah.
my
How do you
wife,
discipline a cat though?
okay, it, my wife will be like taking bites of food into her mouth. Okay, the cat will be sitting next to her on the table, pawing at the like fork as it goes into her mouth. I'm like, you got to take the cat off the table and gently chuck it onto the floor, not into a wall. Like I'm not an animal abuser, but you need to gently get it the fuck off your table and enforce some kind of boundaries, which is, hey, if you're like the cat knows at least while I'm there not to get near my plate. The cat's figured that one out, but the cat has
Yeah,
not figured that out with Jen because she won't just be like, no, get the fuck out of here. She'll be like, oh no, and just kind of gently push him away. No, you can't have, you know what I mean? Like, no, you can't have this. You just need to sit over here. And the cat's like, yeah, whatever the fuck. I'm going to keep pawing at your food because nothing's stopping me. I have no consequences.
yeah. Well, I feel like you could discipline a dog.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, dogs are more responsive, unfortunately. Like, I mean, so that doesn't help you with a cat. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
you could punish a dog
Yeah.
and say, you know, get the fuck outside, whatever. Let them out.
Yeah.
They sit
Yeah.
out there all mopey.
Dogs will feel guilt. Like they know.
Yeah,
They'll feel
they get
guilt.
mopey. You can tell in their
Yeah.
eyes.
Sure.
But man, cats, you're like, don't touch my food. They're like, fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah. You take them,
Like,
you
I
throw them
run
on the
this show.
floor, you scream at them. You're like, stay the fuck away from my shit. And they're like, yeah, whatever. Fuck you. The second you turn your back, I'm going to do it again.
Yeah, I mean, they say that cats will eat their humans. If they're dead in an apartment for so long, like, do they really care about you?
Oh, I don't even think I'd be fully dead before I think like I would go for a nap and that cat would be gnawing on my fucking calf or something.
You wake up and it's putting seasoning on your fucking biceps and like, what the fuck's it doing?
Yeah.
I can see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Long nap and
Yeah.
and I'm toast.
Yeah, that sucks, man. Cats are kind of crazy though, like, because we grew up with cats, and I gotta say, like, they're they're all unique and different. Like we had a cat, man. It was like the human garbage disposal. It was like having a dog, and he would eat anything. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd throw like jalapeno chips its way, and it's like, like it's just, oh man, it's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
And I love cats. Like I've had cats growing up my whole life. So I don't want to be like I hate all cats because I don't. And I think the difference is this is a purely indoor cat. Like when I was growing up, all our
Yeah.
cats were indoor, outdoor, and I think when they're outdoor, they don't have that like food obsession. You know what I mean? Like they have a lot more stimulus outside, so they don't get that kind of just annoying like obsession that probably purely indoor cats do. So maybe that's just a difference.
yeah,
So
yeah. You gotta get them outside so they can go hunt. They gotta protect their territory.
yeah.
Or bring you home a bird or a squirrel or yeah.
No, this cat just like literally starts like stalking my burger patty. You can see when I put it on the
Yeah.
table. It just does the slow like walk, and
So like if you put on National Geographic and you're sitting there with your cat and you guys are watching like a cheetah hunt its prey, like is your cat like, what a dumbass? Like, look at how far he's got to run.
yeah.
You know,
why doesn't he just go find the burger on the table? Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
Probably.
Yeah.
But he's a rescue from Mexico, so I don't know. Maybe that's part of it. I don't know. But I just he's a cat, and my wife loves him, and I love my wife, and so I guess that's what happiness is.
Hey, and the cat shouldn't outlive you. I won't say is not gonna outlive you, because you never know, but you should be okay. Like there will be a moment soon in the future where the cat won't be here. You don't have to tell your wife that, but that.
No, I won't.
You are gonna get your revenge naturally. Yeah,
my revenge naturally. Okay, I see.
Yeah, and you don't even got to get your hands dirty.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, I just gotta wait it out.
Yeah.
Okay, probably another 8, 9, 10 years. So it should be.
I mean, they got 9 lives. What do you think it's down to? 6?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what happened in Mexico, but it's got to be down to 2 or 3.
Yeah, it's got to be close. So,
yeah, I'll play the long game.
Well, should we wrap it up?
I think so. I think that's.
Are we doing a show next week?
Yeah, we are.
I know Lila wants to get on here. We'll just have her sit next to me or something. But, yeah. If you're not going out of town, we should be good for Saturday again.
Yeah.
So, give the people what they want.
We will give the people what they want.
Right on, man.
Okay, have a good week, man. And just a reminder to everybody out there: please like, subscribe, comment. Anything you like, you don't like, any ideas to talk about. We appreciate it. And we appreciate everyone that's listening right now. And we'll see you next week.
Let us know if you don't like our views on Mason. Maybe we've got pro Mason people in the crowd. Let us know.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And they can ask their questions about Mason or say why they think we're assholes, which is possible. They can say that in a comment, and maybe we can discuss that.
Yeah, and Mason, reach out to us. Enough time. It's healed. We're obviously over it. If we were talking about it, just give us a call.
Okay, I'll make sure I send you this link.
All right.
See you, Joe.
See ya.